let's face it, we all know and love the Nuna Pipa. But what's different about the brand new Pipa Lite? So we're going to go over all the features of these two car seats to see which one is the right fit for your family. Now, first we're going to start with the features that they had to take out of the Pipa Lite to get it so light. Now, this is basically a lighter version of the Nuna Pipa. So the classic Nuna Pipa weighs in at 7.9 pounds, and the Pipa Lite weighs in at 5.3 pounds. It is a significant weight cut. Now, that doesn't include the canopy or the inserts, but still, that's a super light car seat, and it even makes the Pipa Lite the lightest one on the market. Now, the biggest difference, or the biggest feature that they took out of the Lite is the belt route. So you have the belt route here and the European belt route around the back. And that's to install your car seat without the base. So that is a convenience feature. Now, they took that out of the Lite. As you can see, it's not here or in the back because that did add a lot of weight to this seat. Now, that means that you can only install the Lite with a base. So it's not ideal for city dwellers. If you're going in taxis a lot, this isn't the car seat for you, but it is awesome if you are just planning on installing with the base anyway. Now, it also means that it's not FAA approved, which means you can't install it on an aircraft. That one really isn't a con for me and probably most people, because if they are in an infant seat, they're still free to fly and you don't have to install it anyway. You just have to check that car seat in instead. Now, they also had to take out something with the crotch buckle and harness adjuster. So as you can see, with this one, there are two different crotch buckle positions to give them a little bit more room as they grow. Also, with the harness adjuster, the button is exposed, so it makes it really easy to adjust. Now, that had a little bit of weight to it, so they took it out on the on the Lite, sorry. So the crotch buckle only has one slot, one location, so that's not going to adjust. And then also to adjust your harness, you have to slip your finger into this slot to adjust that strap. It's really not too bad. It's pretty easy to find, but it's not exposed like it was on the original Pipa. Now, the last feature they took out of the Pipa Lite is the Dream Drape. Now, if you're not familiar with the classic Pipa, it does have this extra fabric tucked up in the canopy, and you'll attach that to the front of the seat to give your baby extra protection and reduce your need for an extra car seat canopy. Now, you're not going to get that in the Lite. You do have a flip out visor, and it's still a very generous canopy compared to others on the market, but you don't have the full Dream Drape. Now, both of them do have an SPF of 50, so they're still being protected by the sun. Now, also on the back of the classic Pipa, you do have this little peekaboo window, and that as well is not on the Lite. Now, if this video doesn't address all of your questions, please let us know by commenting below or sending us an email at hello@babycubby.com. We're more than happy to answer questions that we don't address here. Now, one of the biggest things questions that we get with the Pipa Lite is, well, is it safe now because it's so light? Now, they did change up a little bit of their safety features, which I'm super happy about, and I might even lean a little bit more toward the Lite because of that feature. Now, the old Pipa uses EPS foam. Now, if you're not familiar, EPS foam is a dense foam that's designed to actually break or crumble in the event of a car accident, absorbing that energy. Now, they do have, and it's kind of hard to see, they do have panels up here by the head of that EPS foam. Now, they are smaller panels. Now, the upgrade that they made with the Lite is using EPP foam. Now, the difference is EPP foam is, again, it's a dense foam, but it's designed to compress and bounce back when it's hit or in the event of a car accident, which is a more efficient protection. But what they did, which is a first in the industry, or at least that I've seen, is what they've done is integrated it into the frame. So these are fused together, but then they also offered more foam throughout the entire lining of the seat. And what that does is offer extra flexibility so that it's absorbing those crash forces and diverting them away from your child. So I absolutely love that safety feature. Now, one great feature of both seats is they are super compatible with many different stroller brands, including obviously Nuna, UPPAbaby, Bugaboo. So they are going to be compatible with the exact same strollers using the exact same adapters. Now, one improvement that they did make is to release it from most strollers. You're going to use these triggers right here, pushing down on both of these at the same time. That has always been something that's a little bit difficult for me and most parents. Now with the Pipa Lite, they changed it up a bit, making it really easy, as you can hear. It's going to release that a lot easier, and it's easier to tell if it is actually disconnected. So they actually improved that connectivity with those adapters in the Pipa Lite. Okay, so another difference between the two seats is actually in the handlebar. So they're both made out of aluminum, but they did make the Lite a little bit thinner to bring down that weight. It also has this nice leatherette accessory handlebar, so it's just a little bit nicer. On the classic one, it's going to be rubber. However, that is offered in some of one of their limited edition styles. Now, another difference is actually in the fabric. So in your classic Pipa, you have the nice polyester knit fabrics. They're soft, they're beautiful. We love them, but they did make an upgrade in the Lite where they used absolutely no flame retardants in the fabric, so they didn't have to add any chemicals. So chemicals are away from your baby, which we love. They're also a nice knit fabric. They're very beautiful, super soft. Okay, another improvement that they made is actually in the infant inserts. So on the Lite, you actually get two separate inserts. One is an infant support pillow, including an infant wedge that will come out as your baby grows, but then a separate headpiece. The nice thing with that is you can kind of customize to fit your baby. You might have a wider baby with a small head, or you might have a really big head baby and you can take this out sooner. This is also a memory foam for added comfort and energy absorption. So that's really nice. On the classic, it's still nice. You do have that infant insert, but it is all one piece. So it's all one piece. You have to take it all out at the same time. You do still have your wedge for little tiny infants, but it's all one piece, so it's not quite as customizable. Now, one little thing that they did add on the Lite is these little harness pockets. Now that's to hold your harness out of the way as you're putting your child in, so you don't lose those buckles underneath their bum. You're not going to get that on the classic. Now, what's included in the two seats? So in the classic Pipa, you're going to get your latch guides. Now these are for easy installation and getting those latches into those lower anchors. You're also going to get your base, which makes for super solid, easy installation. Now this is one of the things that makes this seat so safe. You have your rigid latch, and then you also have your load leg. Both of these features make it super safe installation and also easy. Now with the Lite, you're still going to get those latch guides. You're also going to get that base, that super safe installation. It's the exact same base, so those are interchangeable. But then they added additional inserts. Now these are GOT certified organic cotton. The nice thing about this is it's great for blowouts. You have a blowout, you can put in new inserts while you're washing your original inserts. Or if you prefer the organic cotton by your baby, you can use these from the start. Both colors are going to have the same color inserts. So you do get a little bit more for your money with the Lite. Now the Pipa Lite is available in two colors, so you can get the gray or fog, which is this one, or you can get a black version, which is ebony, and that retails for $3.49. Now the original Pipa is available in 6 colors, including a limited version, which has that leatherette handlebar and some other nice upgraded fabrics. These are going to retail for $2.99, or for the limited edition, $3.49. Now you can purchase both of these seats, or either one. You probably don't need both, but you can Now you can purchase either of these seats in store or online at babycubby.com, where we do price match and everything ships for free. Now, we love doing these videos to help give you the information you need to make the right buying decisions for your baby products. If you found this helpful, give us a like. Even subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have more educational videos, comparisons, and even fun things like gender reveals, so tune in.